Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Polk Suit Channel. Hey, I just showed this lick in this guitar, but I don't have a monitor, so I'm not sure if you're able to see the left hand, and it was a little tough to see the left hand. So let me do this again, and hopefully you can see it better here. So yeah, that it was off the half step, whole step, diminished scale. I'm on the 5th fret here. Here's my A. I know I'm tuned a little low, but the scale. And the sequence on that pattern was this. It's actually kind of hard to do it slow because you kind of get used to that pattern. I'll try to slow it down. So you're starting here in the G sharp. So again, and that's just off the 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1. Okay. Really a nice sounding 300, probably the nicest sounding one I've ever had. I'm not just saying that because it sounds good. This one just really sings out. It sounds, even my wife said it sounds more like a 600 or 700. Sometimes when I get to the top, I'll do this. See. Sometimes I'll go to the diminished arpeggio like that, but then I'll go from the diminished arpeggio into the half step, whole step, diminished scale. Like that. Or kind of make it a Martino, Pat Martino sound like this. A little augmented splash, a little bit of a chromaticize in the 3rd string. So again, the lick is what is 300 sound really has. See, with me, folks, you buy a lower arch top from me. I've actually sat down with it and played it. You're not just buying one from the pile with me. That's why people call me from all over the nation to buy a lower arch top, because they know I've been with the company for 11 years or more, and I used to deal directly with the national sales manager. Now I work with another guy. But I'm really tight with the company. The owner likes my playing. They even use 2 of my videos on their site for over 2 years on the 350. I'm really hooked up with these guys. I get some really nice ones, man. So. Sometimes it's good to go up a minor 3rd. Pat Martino sounding idea was, see, I'm just doing the arpeggio, the 1 flat 3 flat 5 double flat 7. That kind of gives you that Martino feel. So one more time. Well, you can hear the bark on this guitar. It's just. And also the violin voicing creates also a natural reverb that actually augments like certain phrases and makes a certain phrase kind of sparkle and kind of bloom and almost like explode. Like that's what's so interesting about violin voicing. It actually creates more natural reverb, more magic mid-range and mid-bass, and that kind of a holographic, almost like a gentle explosion of, like you could be playing something and the riff will kind of just kind of like almost like open up like a flower to kind of bloom, you know, and sometimes you even get a secondary bloom. So yeah, there's really something very special. The violin voice top on the lower arch tops really makes them musical, really brings out the mids, really brings out the mid-range and the trebles. It gives you a nice orchestral balance, a holographic bloom, great overtones, and brings out that natural woody reverb because the top is more it vibrates freer, and it's almost like it's like a speaker. It actually creates, you know, more tone. Whereas if you don't have a violin voice top, it sounds stiff, the mid-ranges suck, and there's hardly any natural reverb. So yeah, I mean, that's why I say the lower arch tops are a huge value. So one more time. And then I was just my Martino, kind of Pat Martino sounding like was. So the arpeggio, right? Alright folks, enjoy. This exact 300 is available. Like I said, I've got, here let me hit publish on that last video. I've got a really nice 700 in stock right now. I've got a really nice 600, which is the 600 is only $9.99. It's all solid hand carved wood, nitrocellulose finish. It's an incredible value. If that guitar were a Gibson, it'd be like $7 grand. I've got a nice 650 in stock, which is all solid hand carved wood with a floating pickup and a Florentine cut. And I have this 300 that I really think is probably the best sounding 300 I've ever got. You got to understand, folks, you know, wood is different from guitar to guitar, and sometimes the luthiers spend a little more time on a guitar, and sometimes maybe they just kind of tune into their own intuitive feel for, you know, how to better violin voice a top. But these guys just keep getting better and better and better. It's really cool. This is a really nice 300. It's a lot of guitar for $5.99. All right, folks, take care. Let's do that riff one more time. And again, the scale is here on the 5th fret. It's just 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. It's easy. But when you come to the D string, you have to go down a half step. And the lick was. Martino sign lick was using the diminished arpeggio to the half step, whole step scale with an augmented 7 splash and a chromaticized 3rd string. Take care, folks.